very concerned about survival and like, again, the multiple onion layers that you're going through, which you're like, what?
One of the things that crosses my mind is when you were going through the experience, at what point does the idea of a memoir of it dawn upon you? Is it well after the fact, or is it something while you're going through it at the time?
People are always curious about this. I was not writing the book while I was incarcerated.
But I asked it a lot better than most.
Oh, no. Brilliant question. When you're incarcerated, especially for a fortunately short period of time like I was, very concerned about survival and like, again, the multiple onion layers that you're going through, which you're like, what? You learn something new about incarceration every day during that first year. When something crazy was happening in the prison dorm where I lived, every now and then my bunkie, who is finishing up an 8-year sentence, she'd been locked up for a long time, when things were just going bananas, she would sometimes turn to me and just say, Bunkie, go home and write a book. And I'd be like, all right, whatever. But after I came home from prison in 2005, almost every single person I knew, they were a little nervous about asking, but they were really curious. What was it really like? How did you survive? All of these questions.
Sure.
So I hoped that by talking about what I experienced and what I witnessed, that people would come away from the book with a different idea about who's in prison and why they're there and what really happens to them there. Because I thought that would change people's attitudes about whether relying on prisons and jails to solve our problems is really a good idea.